All right, well, 4 weeks remaining in the regular season, which means teams not only fighting for district titles, but also looking to work their way into the postseason and climb up the regional rankings. Thanks so much for making Friday Night Red Zone part of your evening. 2 teams enter the night hoping to preserve undefeated records, while several in line to move one step closer towards repeat district championships. We start in the Beach District, where Green Run winning 57 straight contests against fellow Resort City opponents entering the evening. Bayside, however, having its eyes on taking the Lighthouse Friendship Cup back. That's called Green Run home since 2019.
Game time, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, homecoming. Stallions winners of 5 straight games in the series. First quarter on 4th down, Luke Ashcraft going to the air for Xavier Clark. 29-yard touchdown. Green Run goes up 7-0. Bayside answering. Cam Kirby showing off his deep ball. Drops right into the arms of Breon Hardnett. Marlins down 7-6 after a missed PAT. Back to the home team and back to the air. Ashcraft looking over the middle, puts it right on. Devin Miller makes the catch at the 1, leads to another score, 14-6. To the second, the Kirby to Hardnett connection working again. One-on-one coverage. Hardnett pulls it in. We're tied at 14 after the 2-point conversion. 17-14 Green Run at the break. Third quarter, Stallions start to pull away. Charles Jackson finds a hole, finds some space, finds Pater. Second rushing touchdown of the night. Stallions extend the advantage 24-14. They'll force a punt. Miller fielding it. He'll not be touched nor denied. All the way back to the house, and Green Run keeps right on rolling. 38-14 the final. Barring a couple upsets, they'll win their 5th straight Beach District title. Lake Taylor has been on a roll, meanwhile, winners of 5 in a row and 4 straight against Eastern District opponents. Churchland, meanwhile, hoping to get back on track. The Truckers nipped by IC Norcom in upset fashion last week. A Titan win would set up a matchup of unbeaten teams in the district with Maury next Friday. This a great game. Third quarter, 21-14 Titans. Keon Johnson takes the handoff, getting through the line of scrimmage, outrunning everybody for the long touchdown. 28-14 Lake Taylor. Truckers answer. Logan Wynn hits Floyd Logan. He eludes the defender and gets in for the score. This trims the score to 35-21. It would be 35-27 in the 4th, and more from Churchland. We've got a Wildcat situation, the direct snap, another touchdown. We'd be tied at 35 late in the game. So Lake Taylor, another drive. Titans get down to the goal line. Johnson finds the end zone again. They add a 2, and Lake Taylor holding off Churchland 43-35 the final. Pocosin looking to stay perfect on the year, visiting Warhill. Islanders looking for another big day Bay Rivers win. Ground and pound. Cody Little rumbles in for the touchdown. Warhill, though, has its eyes on handing Pocosin that first loss. Carson Strickland puts it where only his guy can get it. Micah Mason does. Pulls it in for the score. Lions right there. Later, Strickland finding a wide-open Caden Scales for the short touchdown pass. And Warhill shaking up the Bay Rivers. Lions top Pocosin 35-28. Big win for them. Our 757 showdown only beginning to scratch the surface when it comes to action in the beach. We're heading back out to the coast right after this.
We're the Bayside Cheerleaders, and you're watching Friday Night Red Zone on News 3.
Hey, big thanks to the Marlins there. Well, a cluster of teams in Virginia Beach fighting for position and spots in the Region 5A playoff bracket. WTKR News 3's Romello Stiles spending his evening in the Resort City and tells us who would come up with some key victories tonight. Mello?
As the temps begin to drop, games in the Beach continue to mean that much more. As we get closer to the postseason, that much difference between a win and a loss can mean the closer to the end of your season it is. Well, we had 2 good games here in the Beach that gave all the highlights. Let's take a look. Tallwood Lions welcoming in the Cox Falcons for their homecoming. 2 teams with a lot of uncertainty of what the season will look like, but both teams showing up and giving their all. This game had all the highlights in the first half and decided not to score a lot of points when I showed up. Maybe I'm bad luck. The Falcons spoiled homecoming for the Lions in a 45-0 victory. Now, let's head over to Ocean Lakes, where the Salem Sun Devils, led by Coach Mark Hall, probably didn't expect the fight the Dolphins gave in this game. Sun Devils in the red zone. Isaiah Bray says, I'm 200-plus pounds. Y'all really can't tackle me. You're too small. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Sun Devils will get the ball back Cameron Hall can't find anyone downfield, but Dolphin defenders find him first. He coughs up the ball. The Dolphins recover. Dolphins on offense. Kai English finds Braden Allen. Allen finds end zone. I really want to know what this celebration is called. Okay, let's keep the ball rolling. Sun Devils looking to respond, and Halloween isn't that far away, but Hall finds Asaiah Brown for the double pass. That's the trick, and Caden Drennan comes up with the big catch for the oh-so-sweet treat. What a beautiful play. And the Sun Devils in the red zone, Christian Henry says he's King Henry for the night, and he's in for 6. Dolphins respond with a field goal to go up 3. Sun Devils say they need to respond before the half. No trickery this time, just pure skill. Hall finds Drennan in the end zone. Sun Devils taking care of business with a big win on the road with a 26-17 victory. And that's a wrap from the Beach District. I'm Romello Styles with WTKR News 3 Sports.
All right, Mello, thanks very much. Well, meanwhile, a second straight Southeastern District title is there for Oscar Smith's taking. The Tigers, taking down Indian River and Kings Fork earlier this season, will face Nansemond River next week and should be heavily favored in their other games down the stretch. Of course, games not played on paper, so Chris Scott and company staying sharp. Tonight, it's Grassfield standing in the way, visiting Oscar Smith on homecoming weekend. This one, all Tigers, already 13-0 when the defense stepping up. Quali Price jumps, picks it out of the air, but that's just the start. Watch him maneuver all the way back, using the blockers perfectly, adjusting speeds, returning all the way back for the score. This will give Oscar Smith a 19-0 lead once he gets in. That's the kind of night it would be for the home team. Lonnie Andrews, also in a groove. Here connects with Dante Dent for the touchdown. It's really all you need to see. Oscar Smith rolls to its 6th straight win and gets set for Nansemond River next week. Elsewhere in the SED, Great Bridge hosting Western Branch. Wildcats leading 21-14 in the third, but here come the Bruins. Gregory McNeil breaking through for the short touchdown, tied at 21 apiece. Western Branch really getting that ground game working in the second. Down 28-21 in the fourth quarter. Aiden Waters, direct snap, finds a hole, breaks through, outruns everybody to the house. We're tied again. It would remain 28-28 until the final 90 seconds. McNeil again, another short touchdown rush. And that is your game winner. Western Branch tops Great Bridge in comeback fashion, 35-28, your final score. Maury's outscored Eastern District foes 226-7 in 3 games so far. Hosting Norcom, Commodores keep rolling. First quarter, Damo Everett over to Matt Williams. Using the footwork, avoids the Greyhounds, 7-0 Maury. Next time down, Everett, play action, dumping it off to Isaiah Simmons. He'll score the home team's second TD of the night. Doubles the Commodore advantage. To the second now, more of the same. Great protection for Everett. Lets it develop, delivers to Damon McDaniel over the middle. He gets down into the red zone and may as well let him finish it off. Everett going far side to McDaniel, who scampers down the sideline for the touchdown. Another week, another shutout win over a district opponent for Maury. Granby venturing out of district to square off with Norfolk Academy, and this one, the Cortland Simmons show early. First quarter, here's Simmons muscling his way through the line of scrimmage and across the goal line, 7-0 Bulldogs. Then, the sophomore taking the handoff, gets to the outside, watch him keep his legs moving, into the end zone, maybe your living room there, NA doubling its lead. But wait, there's more. There's that man again. This one's a little bit longer, but outruns everybody to the house. Norfolk Academy rolls past the Comets, 3rd straight win for the Bulldogs. Still ahead, we're catching you up on some other results and a big win for Hampton last night. Back right after this.
The Cousin Islanders here with Sports Plug 757 and News Channel 3.
All right, thanks a lot to the Bull Islanders suffering their first loss of the season tonight. Let's catch you up with some other scores around the area, and we start in the Beach. Kempsville with the big win. Kellam rolling past Princess Anne. 2 big wins there in the Beach. How about the Southeastern District? 2 touchdown victories tonight. Close ones down to the wire. Indian River sneaking by Deep Creek 28-21. Nansemond River holding off Hickory 27-20. 2 good games there. Meanwhile, Lakeland falling to Kings Fork in shutout fashion, and Warwick off up on the peninsula, getting by Denby 56-8, setting up a big matchup next Thursday. We're going to have more on that in a second. Then in the Bay Rivers, Grafton getting by Jamestown 48-35. Smithfield takes care of York. Big wins there on the peninsula for those Bay Rivers teams. Hey, well, how about last night, right? A huge victory for Hampton. Crabbers topping Phoebus 43-7, picking up their first win over the Phantoms since 2016. Snaps a 10-game losing streak in that series for Hampton and puts them in the driver's seat to claim the Peninsula District title. Crabbers will face Warwick next Thursday night in what very well could be a district championship game. Phoebus, meanwhile, seeing its streak of 8 straight Peninsula crowns coming to an end. And we'll wrap up with our play of the night, and it comes from Oscar Smith in Grassfield. How about Quali Price on defense, jumping up to make the pick, and then he will scamper back. Watch him use all his blockers. He'll adjust speeds, use the fancy footwork, wall in front of him, a yellow wall there, and then he'll surge at the last minute, gets in for the score. This would make it 19-0. Oscar Smith goes on for the 68-7 win. The Tigers have won 6 in a row, and they are on track to win back-to-back Southeastern District titles. So that wraps up tonight's edition of Friday Night Red Zone, but hope you'll get to WTKR's Facebook page for No Limit Sports Live. We have Dom from Sports Plug 757 waiting in the wings and letting the fans drive the conversation. That does it for right now. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next time. Have a great weekend.